All right. I wanna they got too much going on right now. You go to I've had PTSD my whole life. I cured it when I got sober because drugs and alcohol have you hang on to things that just aren't worth it. Well, what you feel. When you're using drugs, you don't feel anything, and when you get sober, you feel everything. Um, I never used to cry ever. Never. No matter what happened, I just dealt with it. And when you use drugs, that's how you deal with everything. You don't deal with anything. You think, oh fuck this, I gotta get high, I gotta get drunk. So, you go out, you get drunk, you start drinking, you start socializing. I mean, I'll meet people in the cemetery. I go out and I meet people. Um, so that would make me feel better. I go out and I get that bunch of drunk. You don't feel anything, but when you have PTSD all day long, and I don't know if everybody does, but I have ADD, and I don't know if it would make sense, but I don't know if they go together. Um, so you get a wheel turning, and when you have PTSD, you lock on something traumatic or upsetting, and you play it over and over and over. And that's all you do. And I remember when I used to wake up when I was drinking, I would get up, and the first thing I would think about is what I did the night before. What fucked up shit I did. And I did a lot of fucked up shit, but what hurt me, what upset me, what I didn't like about myself, what I didn't like what I did, what I don't like. Uh, I would repeat it because I felt it. When you use drugs and drink, you think you do. You don't feel anything. When my nephew died, he died at 1 year old. I didn't cry once. I remember knowing. I knew when he was. I knew he was gonna die. I could feel it in. When I woke up that morning, I was supposed to go down to the hospital and see him because I had been down there twice. And I'm in the shower, and I just got this feeling. I said, "Don't go to the hospital today." All right, so I got out of the shower, and I picked up the phone. I called my mother, and I said, I'm not gonna go. I hurt my back yesterday at the gym. I'm not gonna drive down to Miami. I'm not to come. All right, she said, you've been here twice. You good. We're gonna go see him. We don't know how he is, blah blah. So I went out, and when I drink Long Island iced teas, I would consciously tell myself, I have no idea what I'm gonna do tonight. I I used to have like two or three. I mean, I could drink when I was drinking. I drank a lot, and when I had the Long Island iced tea, I'm doing drugs first of all. I'm doing coke, a lot of coke, and once I do the coke, I literally have no idea where I'm gonna end up. I used to when I ordered Long Island iced tea when the bartender would say, well, "What are you drinking?" They give me a Long Island iced tea. I would consciously say to myself, "I have no idea what I'm gonna end up doing tonight. I have no idea." I would go all over the place and drive and be fine because the wheel wouldn't be spinning and I wouldn't be obsessing over anything that hurt me all day long, every day. Anything that hurt me or upset me, or I felt like the victim in, anything. It didn't matter how long ago it was. That's what I'm going to spend my day thinking about so I could drink. And a lot of times I get up. As soon as I get up, I would change my clothes. I get into my gym gear and I go to the gym. I work out. And I come home, I shower. And then I would think in the shower, what am I going to drink today? I didn't have a job. I would do the other things. I would entertain. I would do whatever I could to make money. Whatever I could. Make $20 here, make $50 there, make 150. Whatever I could do to make money, I was doing it. And I was an actor back then. But here I am. I have a profession that was all about emotions, and I didn't feel nothing. Nothing was real. Everything was a fantasy. And then reality would hit. I would spend all day thinking and drinking and doing drugs. I've been sober a long time now. I've only drank 5 times in the last like probably 3 times in first time in shit. It's probably like 15 years. Roughly 15 years. Well, no, about 14. And I couldn't let go. I was winging off it. I was working on my shows a lot, so what I would do is I'd have to think a lot. So I'd go out, I wouldn't drink, I would smoke a lot of weed, I'd have one or two beers. Sometimes I would do a little coke here and there, but I was maintaining. One time I had to go down to Fort Lauderdale, and I was looking around. I had to look around. I was trying to figure out where things were. I was placing things, so I was moving around a lot in South Florida. And I went to the casino. I got drunk, and then I said, "Let me see what's going on in the hood around here. Let's see what the deal is. Who's around?" Because I remember faces, so I could relate. All right, I seen him here. All right, this is with that crowd. Okay, and I will look around, and I get a feel for what's going on. When you know the people, you get the vibe. You say, "Oh, I recognize that." Oh, wait, he hangs out with that. Yeah, I don't, I ain't gonna hang with that guy. So you move around. I went down to Fort Lauderdale. I was drinking Long Island iced teas in the casino, and I get hyper. I can't stay in one spot. When I get drunk, I can't stay in one spot. I gotta let's go. Let's go around the bar. Anywhere. I just gotta go. And if I was with someone, let's just go. A lot of times I would say, I gotta meet someone over there. I said I gotta go meet someone. I would always say that just to go. I gotta get out of here. If I was sober and I was going to drink, same shit. I gotta get out of here. I gotta go meet somebody. People think, oh, yeah, he's gotta go. He's gotta go. So I was gonna meet them after I was drunk. People would run into me because they know where I hung out. If someone wanted to talk to me, they come hang out. They come see me. They meet up with me. Well, it's come back. A lot of this. A lot of it has come back. I was doing that. People have bringing up to me quite a bit about when I did stand up. Now, when I did stand up, I was doing all coke. I barely drank. I would just get a little buzz on, go meet somebody, just to get coke, and then once I did the coke, forget about it. I'm all over the place. I'm smoking weed. I'm doing scoopies. I'm drinking. I sipped heroin. If I was drinking liquor, I would. On a rare occasion, I would drink heroin because I would do that when I was in radio because I'd be up partying at 3 o'clock in the morning, kick everybody out. I said, all right, look, I got to get up in like an hour. So my buddy would be like, yeah, it's a little line of heroin. Just a little line of heroin. You'll be good. You'll sleep. I used to wake myself up snoring. That shit used to put me right out, sniffing it. I used to put it right out. I didn't use needles. I'm not a drug addict. So yeah, I would go right out. And you don't feel because you're constantly going. I gotta go. I gotta go. It was like I was still living in New York. I gotta go. I just gotta be somewhere. I have to go. Go, 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 go. You move around. It's like they call it a condition. They call it alexithymia. They get that from sharks. They say sharks, something with their breathing, and they have to stay in motion. And then they call that alexithymia. It's to escape what you're doing, thinking about what you're doing. That's what you're escaping. That you constantly, I gotta do something. I gotta do something because you don't want to think about what you're gonna do or what you did or what you're doing. You don't want to think about that. There's something about it. It's thrilling selling your body for money. It fills your ego, and it's the only thing that made me feel good. Oh, somebody wants me. But then the lonelier I was, the faster the time went. And they were trying to give people discounts and shit. Because I want a company. I wanted to hang out. Addicts, we have a hard time being alone because we think. And we never stay in the moment. We're always 5 years back, 10 years back, 20 years, whatever it is. And that's a post-traumatic stress disorder. Not, I can't leave this moment. So soldiers go through it. Something traumatic happens to you, you can't leave it. You just keep going over and over. I had a traumatic relationship when I was 22, and I hung on to that for like 2 years. Every morning when I wake up, that's all I start thinking about it. As soon as I open my eyes, I would start thinking about it. And that's all I did. I just kept thinking about it, just kept thinking about it, just kept thinking. Not making any progress because I'm just thinking about what happened. I cured it for a couple of years. I didn't have it quite a few years because PTSD is. I realized that I was doing that. I was allowing my brain to do it or whatever was going on. So what I did is when I started waking up, if it popped up, well, wait, no. I would consciously say, no, we ain't thinking about that no more. We're not changing it. We're not fixing it. Leave it the fuck alone. When I started doing that, I would go to the gym. I'd take a shower. I'd come home. I'd say, fuck it. I'll play some PlayStation. Sit down in my chair, put on my surround sound, play my game. And then you get into that mode. Then I'm not going out and I'm not drinking. Because then I would go from there. Maybe I'd go in an AOL chat room and see who's on there. I miss those. It took away the loneliness. Because I like living alone. It's better than having a roommate. Roommates. I'm too considerate at times, so it's not good for me to have a roommate. I'm not gonna pick anyone healthy anyway. But I got without a therapist. I wasn't in therapy at the time, and I got through the PTSD because I'm not thinking about it no more. You accept the fact, you know what? I'm not fixing anything with this. All I'm doing is drinking. That's all I'm doing. And drugs. And making money here, making money. Chump change. Shit. But it was drug money that night. And I'd go to bars and start talking about my profession and what I was doing. And then you get friendly with them. And the next thing they say, well, hey, why don't you go up? We got a state. We'll go up there. And I'd be all fucked up. Not too fucked up. And I wasn't having fun on stage. It was I gotta get off here now. So I didn't enjoy it. I was okay, I was pretty good, but I didn't enjoy it. You know what I was looking forward to? When I was done, a going and rushing everything to get off because I wasn't having fun. I was having stage fright. I gotta get the fuck off here because I got drinks over there, Coke over there, and all the girls are over here. So I would do good when I was younger, especially in my 20s. I do that, and then you get into talking. Then you get the drugs, the thrill. Then the next thing you know, I'm a dancer. Whatever you got to do to lead into that conversation. Then the next thing you know, they're paying you for sex, or they're friends, or we used to work great with the older women when I was in my 20s. They loved it. It was the worst feeling I used to drive home after that. The thrill was gone. Walking out the door into the parking lot, getting in my car. As soon as I got in my car, I sat down. That loneliness would hit me. I'm all alone. And I couldn't deal with that. I hated it. Because now I'm going to think. And addicts, we don't think about healthy shit. We like to be the victim. Poor me. We love that because now we're going to drink. Bro. This sucks and I gotta drink. You see, they're making me drink. And then you want to get happy. You're blaming them because you can't stop fucking thinking about it. When you bathrooms and bars, I have issues with. I always told myself it was because of one reason. There's a couple of reasons. I have issues with public restrooms. I think about it every time I'm in a public restroom. The floors, the tiles are all the same. The stall doors, it's all fucking same. And I either think about two things. One thing with the next, and going down on a woman in a stall who paid me $20. You do that, at first you feel great because I have a whole fixation. But, so you look at that, it's a thrill. It really is a thrill. When they hand you that cash and you're going down, you got to go down on them. It's thrilling. You get a rush. You get like in cocaine, you get a rush, you get a charge. You feel good about yourself. When you're done, you don't. You go out to the bar, back to the bar. She's telling all friends, they're laughing at you, and you're drinking in with friends. But they drive home every time. Even if I didn't sell my body or I like going home alone. But I was lonely. I don't want to go back there and I'm there. Not by choice. By someone else's doing, someone who enjoys giving pain to others and inflicting pain on others. That's all they feel. They're sociopaths. It was a bad time. But I going on auditions, doing plays here and there. There's a lot of one act scenes. You go to these wannabe places and they'll put on scenes. They'll make you put on scenes from plays, different scenes to mix it up. Artists like that because it's versatile. All this is from this, but all this from that. So it's attractive. You're seeing all the best things, and now you're interested in the play. So now you're gonna go in the bookstore in the back or whatever they got set up, and you're gonna look at plays. And you say, "Oh, which play was that? Oh, here it is." Now you're buying plays. They paid like $8 to get in. Something stupid. It's cheap. It's to just get you in the store, and wannabe actors. We go there and make us feel good. We did something. Uh, it was a bad time. I thought I was doing good. I'm on my way. I was on my way anyway. I was trying to get high, making chump change here and there, whatever. A couple $100 here, $50. It's shit. It doesn't last because now you've been broke for a couple of hours. Now you finally get on stage. You got a bar tab now. So you made a few bucks. After you pay the bar tab and get yourself something, you can get the drugs. You have like $25 in your pocket. And now you're rushing to hustle again. I can't do that. I mean, I hate that. I'm not going back up there. It was like I was punishing myself. I thought it was like theater. It's not like theater at all. But I felt that rush. It was like because I was having the heart pounding, so it's like cocaine. So it felt good then. It felt really good when I would get off stage. But when I was on, I didn't want to be there. I just wanted to be done. I didn't want to be on. I don't want to be there. I don't want to be doing this. But I make a few bucks. Let me get off now. So I cut set short and shit because I want to get off this fucking stage. I can't. I'm having a horrible fucking time. My heart is pounding. I can't even walk like I wanted to when I wrote it because my body's all tight. My legs fucked up. I gotta stand here now, and I want to be moving because that's what I was doing when I was thinking when I was writing this shit. You just hear that pounding. Then you want that feeling back, even though you hated it. You want that feeling back because now you're coming down from it. So now you're getting tired. Now I gotta lively. I'm not. I want to go out now. I want to. You know what I mean? I want to. So I gotta get some coke. I'll do a shot maybe. I gotta get the fuck out of here because I gotta move. I feel like I'm on coke. I gotta get the fuck out of here. So I get out of here. Now I get the coke. Now I'm relaxed. I'm okay. Now I'm in the car with the key, doing some coke. Now I'm horny. Now I gotta go. Driving. I spent more time driving when I was drinking than I ever drove my life because you gotta look for the right bar. That bar looks good. As soon as you walk in, you say, I gotta see now. Where am I gonna get coke? That's all you want to do is get the coke. It takes the guilt away. You get lower and lower the more you do drugs. You get lower and lower. Then you're not getting laid no more. You're not even bothering with the women. You're just at the bar drinking and looking for drugs. I look for the women after I get the drug. Once I get the drug, I'm going to start looking for chicks because I'm horny. This and that. So you get the bar. You get the drugs. Now your self-esteem is going down. You don't feel good about yourself no more. You don't feel attractive. You're all swollen. You have no confidence because all you're doing is thinking about what hurt you, who did this, who did that. You're hanging on to pain. So you have, why would you feel good about yourself? Because you're hanging on to fucking pain. You're reliving that pain over and over and over again. It's like chopping your arm off. You stick it back on, you get it all fixed up, then you chop it off again. Then you pick up the arm, you stitch it back up, you get it back on again, then you chop it off again. Then you pick up the arm, you put it back on, you stitch it back up, then you chop it off again. That's all you keep doing. You're getting lower and lower and lower. Then you feel so bad about yourself, you say, I don't have any more confidence. I don't know if I can get laid. What am I going to do? You're 100% straight, you're in a gay bar. Because you feel so shitty about yourself. You don't feel good about yourself. What you want, you don't think you can get. I wanted the chicks. I didn't feel good about myself no more. I beat the shit out of my body and my brain till I felt like shit. Such shit. All I could do now is let a guy pay to suck my dick because there's no way I could get a girl. And I know the guy, I'm a guy. I know what they're like. So fuck it. You want to give me $20 to blow me? What do I give a shit? I'm on coke. I'm never going to see you again. I'm not a fucking fag. I'm not doing this. But I don't care. First thing you think about when you wake up is, oh my God. I was in a fucking gay bar. That guy paid me 20. Then you think of the Basketball Diaries when he was in Penn Station. And he went in the bathroom and the guy pays him and he goes down and he blows him. And he was straight. Dude. It was a bad time. A really, really bad. I felt the lowest about myself and I felt lower than any other time in my whole life. I felt better at funerals. But you feel so bad about yourself. It's not. He's a fucking dude, man. They'll pay for it. He's a fucking walking hormone. I know what it's like. I'm a guy. That's not what it is. I wanted the girls, but I didn't think I could do it because it's what I wanted. I can't get what I want. That's why I'm drinking and doing drugs. I don't get what I want. How can I get what I want when I'm hanging on to all this pain and all these failures and all these disappointments? How am I going to go on? How am I going to progress in life? How am I going to get to the next step if I'm hanging on to this shit, feeling shitty about myself, and you don't feel like you deserve what you want? You don't think you're going to get what you want. It lasted for years. And it was the lowest point of my fucking life. You want to die. I used to look at people in meetings and say, people talk about suicide attempts. I think, what a fucking pussy. How do you fucking kill yourself? You know how you kill yourself? You smoke crack and do coke after a brain injury. That's how you kill yourself. I was aware of it. I was in my neighbor's house once. I was smoking crack. I felt the early signs of a stroke come on. I'm sitting there. All of a sudden, I don't know what's going on. I can't move. I'm thinking about nothing. I'm just sitting there looking at a chair forever. And then I snapped out of it and I said, this is the early signs of a stroke. I'm going to have a fucking stroke. I got sober for 6 months after that. But 6 months later, I'm right back smoking crack. You feel bad about yourself when you're straight and you're letting some guy suck your dick. You feel bad about yourself. But fuck it, I got $20 now. That's a bag of Coke in the bar. A little big Coke, $20. Bam. This Coke is gonna last me a half hour. What do I give a shit? Let this gay guy slobber. What do I give a fucking shit? Who's gonna know? No one's gonna fucking know. I'm hiding here. Ain't no one gonna look for me. And it's a fucking gay bar. What am I doing in a gay bar? No one's gonna look for me. No one knows me. I didn't get my real fucking name. Because I'm not me. I'm hiding. Because I feel so shitty about myself. You feel the pain, but you don't. You think about it. You obsess over the pain, but you don't feel it. You think you do, but you're not feeling it. You're just beating the shit out of yourself. The last, I think, 5 years of my drinking, maybe 4. 4 years of my drinking, I hardly ever got laid because I was just about the booze and the drugs and making friends, meeting people. I didn't give a shit. Why would I get a chick? I don't feel good about myself. I don't think I deserve it. So then, of course, I wake up the next morning like, I can't believe I was in that fucking bar again. Oh my God. I can't. You fucking hate yourself. You hate yourself because it's fucking disgusting. To me, I'm straight. It's fucking disgusting. But hey, I'm drunk. I'm high already. I'm out of money. He's got more shit. What do I fucking care? I really. Who fucking cares? What do I give a shit? But when I wake up the next morning and I realize what I did, I say, oh fuck, why am I beating myself up? You know why I'm beating myself up? Because it hurts. There's nothing, I didn't feel shit. But when I woke up the next morning and started retorting about what I did the night before, oh fuck. She was ugly. Oh my God, I can't believe I did that. You know, you get like that. You beat yourself up. It was the only thing I felt was pain, hurt. That's all. Anything that hurt me, anything that made me feel bad about myself, people, places, anything I didn't like, I was there because I felt it. The stand-up was disappointing because I always wanted to do it. I've been watching comics since I was in elementary school. I couldn't make it happen. Couldn't make the acting happen. And then I got sober and I realized someone was looking out for me. If I made it when I was younger, I'd be dead. I wouldn't be here right now. With all that money and all that free time, I was doing bad enough with the money I was making. But you give me all that, you give me millions of dollars, I'm dead. Because everything I'm doing now, I'm going to do double or triple because I got more money. 20 big Coke, give me 3 of them. Give me 4 of them. Here's 60, $80. Here you go. Come on. I got this. What do I give a shit? I got this money. Come on. What's the difference? Do more. We're going to have a better time when we do more. You're beating the shit out of yourself. You know why? Because you feel it. No addict is going to say, oh, gee, I progressed with drugs. It helped me with the booze. I made connections. You didn't make shit. Because she's in the same fucking bar in the same goddamn seat. And exactly 11:30, 12 o'clock, you're going to be looking for drugs. By 1 o'clock, you're going to be in the bathroom eating some girl's snatch. You figure I was having post-traumatic stress disorder with something else for public restrooms, so I couldn't leave that. So that's a thrill. That was not a thrill. It's a thrill for regular people. It was comforting to be going in there and doing sexual shit, banging shit. And it was comfortable because that's where I felt pain. That's what I remembered. I had this hot ass smoking hot chick in the men's room once. I'll never forget it. She was wearing a skirt, like a jean skirt. She had the best legs in the world. Great body. She was fucking hot. So I had her in the handicap stall. I'm holding the pole. She's up as far as she can go, and I'm banging the shit out of her. She's got her legs wrapped around me, and I'm banging her on that. Without a condom, of course. I don't know this boy. Roll the dice. It's a thrill. The fact that this chick might kill me with AIDS or kind of anything, with AIDS, anything, herpes, whatever the fuck. That's a thrill. It's taking a chance. No, I would do it. It would feel good. I would feel it. It's the only thing I would think of. Fuck, man. It was the only thing you could think about. And I was holding her, and she was good. She was hot. I was watching her face and everything. And it was a real turn on. People were laughing coming in and out of the bathroom, of course. And I'm not thinking about that. I'm not concentrating on that. I'm thinking about the times I was in the bathroom that hurt me. Then I went into shock. They hurt so much. I got scared I was going to kill somebody. My body just said, whoa. Hype up his breathing, freeze him. He's not going to be able to move. Don't worry about it. Freeze him. Because he's going to hurt somebody. That's what I was thinking about when I'm having sex with this smoking hot chick. She had a blouse. I think it was white and blue. The buttons were down. One of her tits were like kind of, you could see it. Her bra was too loose. I was looking down at her tits and trying to get down there. She's pulling it out. I'm doing it, but I ain't thinking about it. What I'm thinking about is 2 years or 3 years ago when I was in a public restroom and getting hurt. Seeing trauma. Seeing something that hurt me. Why? Because I felt that. I didn't want to feel good banging this smoking hot chick in the handicap. So I didn't want to. No, fuck that. That's going to make me feel good. So while I'm doing that, I'm going to think about this. And I got a photographic memory, so I'm seeing this. I'm not even seeing her no more. I got both hands on the poles like that. I'm not even seeing her no more. Then I come out of the bathroom with her, right? I'm in a fucking gay bar, a gay club. I was so fucking, I wanted to be uncomfortable. I wanted to have the worst fucking time I could. It got so bad now I'm banging girls that are half gay. Or all gay or straight. Doing the same thing I'm doing. You know how many times I had girls that you're not gay? No. I'm in here with you. How am I gay? What are you doing here? Drugs, cheap drugs. Because in the gay places, you get those $20 bags. You can't get those no more. But you would get them there. You cut down a little extra fucking baking soda, whatever. You chop it down. But it still feels good because you're feeling the burn in your nose. You're getting uppity. You're so drunk, you just any spark is going to make you feel good. So they cut it down. They give you like half a bag. You're paying $20, but you're really getting 10 of shit coke. But it burns your nose. That's ain't no shitty when it burns your nose, but you're feeling it. You can't breathe, but your nose hurts. You're horny. You're sweating. You don't know why you're fucking. You're just fucking. because that's what you want to do. I'm a sex addict. I gotta bang this motherfucker. This fucking bitch, shut the fuck up, bitch. She's not even making any noise, but shut the fuck. She's like, what the fuck are you talking about? You know, it's just banging her back against the fucking tile on the thing. I can't even see her face. I see her body. I don't know her name. I don't give a fuck. I just had to fuck. I didn't come. I just had to fuck. It's the sex. I didn't give a shit. It's the sex. Now I go to the bar, I do more drugs, I do more drink. I'm on next thing I'm in there. Fuck that. The guy gave me $20. What do I give a shit? I gotta feel something. I gotta make sure I feel shitty in the morning before I go to the gym. I can't go to the gym unless I feel like shit about myself. Unless I'm kicking myself in the ass and asking myself, what the fuck are you doing? If I look at myself and say, I'm going to beat myself up over this fucking shit, I'm going to do it. It was a low, horrible fucking time. It took me forever to get out of it. Because now I'm thinking about what's back there. I'm here now. I'm in my 20s, right? I can't stop thinking about back there. I'm doing drugs. I'm thinking about this. I'm doing drugs. I'm thinking about this. I'm doing drugs. I'm doing this. I'm doing drugs. I'm thinking about that. I'm doing drugs. I'm doing this. I'm doing drugs. I'm thinking about that. That's all I'm doing. Now, this gets faded. After a while, you can't remember it anymore. It's just so jumbled, and you start playing telephone with your memory in it, and then all of a sudden you're thinking, that's not what the hell am I thinking about? And I feel it. It hurts, but that's not what happened. I've added a whole bunch of shit in my head because it hurts more. It makes it hurt. It's like doing drugs. You got to do more and more and more. So now you got to add more and more shit to this to make it hurt more. So you can feel it. Blame yourself. Say you deserved it. Then you feel so low, you don't even bother with the sex no more. All you do is just drink and do drugs and make sure you keep getting water. Because once you get dehydrated, you become one of these guys at the bar. I had been there very few times, but that's happened to me. I fell asleep at a bar once. It was the end of the night. I was all fucked up. I had to walk home. I didn't want to be bothered. So I put my head down, my chin down on my chest, and I just fell asleep at the bar. Sitting back in the seat, I just went, I'm going to rest my eyes for a minute. Just for a minute, guys. No, man. I didn't snore, but the bartender one time, the bartender, when it happened, the bartender, oh, Tony. Oh, man. Oh, shit. I said, I was just resting my eyes. How long was I here? Like, he said, a while. He said, I've been watching you. You all right? You're not driving. I said, no, I'm not driving. You want coffee? I said, yeah, you better give me, I said, get a tall glass of, give me the biggest glass of coffee you got. And he goes, oh, the potty's cream, sugar. I said, yeah, for cream. Do me a favor, put some Baileys in there. No, I'm drinking coffee. I'm going to wake up, right? Well, I mean, I'll be fine. Put Baileys in there. No, you think, hey, I was just sleeping. I need coffee, and I'm going to have another drink. Put the Baileys in the coffee. You're killing two birds with one stone, right? Don't get mad at me because I'm smart. Put the Baileys in the fucking coffee. Whatever makes you feel bad, you're going to do. Now, I've forgotten about most of it. I don't think about a lot of shit. But it's coming back to me now. Deliberately. Someone's doing it deliberately. Doing it to torture me. They're getting off on it. It's because that's all they feel. They're a sociopath. I don't want to think about this shit. Got a lot of people involved that like to what they've been doing is tracing back things from my past and all the bad shit they're bringing up to me to be torturous and enjoy themselves like it's funny. I don't think it's funny when I lash out. Then they're the victims, and I'm the wrong one. You know, when you're positive and you're looking at the brighter things in the past, that's healthy. Doesn't mean you're lying. This is something I can look back on. Feels good. Now I move on from it because I don't want to keep thinking about it because then I'm going to start thinking about the drugs and the prostitution and all the bullshit. Then I'm going to feel that way again because I'm going to go back there. That angry, lonely, tired, just fucking shit. It's a thrill before you sell your body, getting the money and everything. But when you're done, you feel like shit. You feel like shit probably in the middle. You start to feel like shit when you get conscious thinking about what you're doing. When you go through something, the point of it is to overcome it, accomplish. You know, I'm here because I obviously need to learn something. What do I need to figure out? So you take the time, you figure it out. Now you're done. You left that situation. And since I live in daytime compartments, what do I give a shit about that one? Now I'm over here. That's when you're getting healthy. When you could just think about now, which is all you should be thinking about, is right here, right now. It's hard when you have PTSD to accomplish this, but I accomplished it. But I had people deliberately trying to put me down and keep me down, put me back in the past. They're getting off on it. They're having enjoyment out of it. I'm remembering how, granted, I was young, but I'm remembering how sick I was. And I'm feeling it, how sick I was. When you do something that's against your beliefs, like gay shit, that's a sin. I'm sinning. I felt bad. The last time I did it, I went to this guy's place. They went to the house, whatever, paid me money. He was doing his thing. And I'm talking to him afterwards. He was just talking, guys. So I'm sitting there and I'm talking to him. And he was telling me how lonely he was. And how much it hurt. And I said, well, what are you talking about? He goes, oh, he said, gay men are very lonely. And I knew what he meant because I exploited it. Hey, I got blue eyes and dimples. They're going to lie. I know they love me from when I went to theater school. I know the gays love me from all that acting shit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this guy for free drinks. Hopefully he's got drugs and money. And then fuck him. See ya. That's a sin. I'm making an ass out of him. I used to tell me, oh yeah, I'm bisexual. Yeah, I'm thinking about it. I'm making a fucking idiot out of you. And because now you're so stupid, give me 40. Now give me 60. Now give me 80. And I'm getting more and more desperate, but it's making me feel good because I'm making an ass out of him. The woman, I feel great when I'm with the woman. It's a role reversal. Honestly, she's a fucking idiot. I can't stand. She's an idiot. So I'm gonna hate her in my mind. She probably was the sweetest lady in the world, but I'm gonna hate her in my mind because I'm hanging on to you're an idiot. I have to feel like I'm making an ass out of you to make myself feel good because I ain't feeling shit. I used to love when someone used to tell me, "Oh, I'm married. I got a husband now." I used to love that because I'm not only am I making an ass out of her, I'm making an ass out of him too. I'm getting two for the price of one. This is fucking great. Then I remember when I was talking to that gay guy. He was a nice guy, actually. I really enjoyed his company. He was a nice guy, conversationalist. And all of a sudden, I realized how lonely he really was. He was in a lot of pain. And I said, I can feel it off you. He said, yeah, he said a lot of gay men are in pain. So that gave me the edge I needed. But I remember him sitting there, and you could see in his face, he was very unhappy and in a lot of pain. And I could see it. We were talking about, she was telling me about his father and his parents and shit, his house growing up and all the shit. We had a long conversation. We had coke. We were talking. So he's paying me to sit there and talk to him. I don't get. He's a fucking idiot, right? Fuck him. So I'm having a great time. I'm making an ass out of this moron. I'm feeling something now. But now I remember looking at it. He's sitting in a wooden chair. I'll never forget it. It was one of the houses they were rebuilding in West Palm when they were rebuilding Dixie Highway. The inside of the house was phenomenal. The outsides were nice, but you're in Cracktown back then. When they were refurbishing it, they call it whatever. And I mean, really nice house. I'm sitting there, wooden floors, and I'm looking at him. He was a classy guy, expensive. It was all expensive furniture. Everything was a lot of money. So he gave me a lot of money. So now I'm sitting there and I'm listening to him, and I'm looking at him, and I could see this pain. He had nothing. He wasn't positive. He was just in a lot of pain. He wasn't crying, but he was telling me he was just in a lot of pain. And I said to him, I said, "You're in a lot of pain." He said, "A lot of gay men are." I said, "Why?" He said, "Because he said there's not a lot of us, really around. There's not a lot of options." He said, "Not every guy looks like you." He said, "So he said, so you're settling a lot of times." Now I'm thinking to myself, I know exactly what the fuck you're talking about. I wanted to tell him, you think you're settling? I'm not even gay. But he had drugs, money. What do I care? That's all I was about. That's all I need to get to the next bar. Because when I leave here, I'm going somewhere else to get high. I'll probably do the same thing, hopefully with a chick this time. But I'll do the same fucking thing. And I feel just as shitty. But now I'm looking at him, and he was telling me about, he was married to a woman. And she cheated on him or something with his friend. And I think he might have caught them. I don't remember. But I'm looking at the pain and everything he said. And then he says, and there's a lot of guys that take advantage of us that are straight. And I'm looking at him and I'm thinking to myself, all of a sudden it hit me, I'm taking advantage of this fucking guy. All the shit I'm complaining about people did to me, I'm doing to him. I gave him a hug and I left. He said, "Oh, give me a hug, goodbye." I gave him a hug, goodbye, and I left. And I never did it again. Because here I am hating all these women in my past for whatever reason, what stupid shit, whatever goddamn reason. Feeling playing victim. And now I'm doing the same thing to him that I'm accusing them of doing. because I'm stupid and I started to hate them. You become what you hate. My one of my therapists when I was a kid told me, he said, don't hate your father. I said, why? He said, because you're going to take it out of your son. I said, really? He said, yeah. You hate anybody. He said, you're going to become that because you're going to obsess over it. You're going to become it without even realizing it. Next thing you know, you're going to turn around, watching it. I hate it. He does this, he does that, he does this, he does that, he does this, he does that. I do this, I do that, I do this, I do that. You're going to do what you're looking at. When you fight, you watch, right? I'm going to look where I'm going to hit you, right? If I'm looking at it, that's what I'm going to do. If I'm hanging on to it, that's what I'm going to do. If this hurts me or upsets me, that's what I'm going to do. Because it hurts and I feel it. Not only do I feel resentment towards him or her, I feel resentment towards myself for doing it. Now I start hating myself. Now I start drinking more and doing more drugs and getting lower and lower and lower. Now I'm all the way down past the floor. I'm under the floor. Now I'm drinking at casinos because I want to feel energy and excitement, but I ain't gonna go home with nobody. I'll talk to people like always, but I can't go home with someone. That's what I want. I don't deserve what I want. That's why all these people did to me what they did. I saw getting hurt. I saw the pain. And I went for it. And I helped create some. You don't realize it, but not as severe as maybe a borderline would do, but you don't realize it that you would attract what hurts you when you're an addict. That's all you do after a while. Oh, he looks like a cool guy. I don't even know much of a barrel of laughs. I better stay away from this guy because this guy's going to rob me. I think I'm going to go over here. Because subconsciously, I deserve to get robbed. I deserve to get hurt. Because I'm shit. That's why I feel like shit. Because I'm shit. Look at me. I can't even do anything that I want to do. I'm doing stupid gay. What the fuck? What is that shit? I'm not gay. What the fuck am I doing? I got girls paying for me. What am I doing here? You know what I was doing there? Because it hurt. I hated it because it hurt. I don't want to be here. That's why I did it. Because it hurt. That's all I fucking felt. I didn't feel anything that made me feel I don't deserve this shit. I don't deserve to be in a good mood. I don't deserve to go to an audition to be in a full play. I don't deserve to write more shit, go look for better clubs to get involved in. I don't deserve that. So let me spend the next 10 years of my fucking life hurting and wasting time because it's going to hurt as time goes on. I'm going to drop out of school because I got it all figured out. You know why I dropped out of school? Because I knew I shouldn't have done that. I don't deserve this. This ain't gonna happen. Then I got sober the first time. I quit the entertainment business because I accepted the fact, you know what? This ain't gonna happen. Because I could feel it. I got two parts in a movie and a soap opera, a new soap opera they were going to do on the internet back then, back in the AOL days. When they started putting stuff on the computer. This soap opera was going to be on the internet. I was going to be a football player, but we were all roommates, a bunch of us in one room. They disappeared. We never made that movie. We never made that soap opera. Then I was in another movie. I got a part in another movie, but with rap singers. They said I got the part. I signed the contract and everything. For the second time, the other thing I did too. They disappeared. They just you can get the money. See, where you're gonna go. And it's not much of a prosperous thing because I remember I said to my agent, I said, well, if they make this movie down the line, is this contract, they still got. He said it's as good as the paper it's on. He said all I gotta do is change the name of the movie. Contract is void. It's not good no more. We're not making this movie. That's not the title. This is this movie now. That contract is worth shit. Because they changed the titles a lot in movies. They meet over them. They keep on changing. Them. I got a part in a movie with the rap singer. It was called Waffles, Gizzards, and Syrups. When they made it, they called it 8 Mile. I get the part as a mentally challenged kid. I think I was the kid in the crutches because he shoots himself. And in the audition, I went to the audition. I was supposed to be in the press, and I paced back and forth. I had been doing coke all night, so my leg was really bad. So he saw me walking funny. He said, "I think I want you to be mentally challenged." He said, "We got a role. It's a bigger role." He said, "I think you're gonna do that." Because he saw me walking and he saw my leg. I took it as an insult at first. I'm thinking to myself, what a dick. And then when 8 Mile came out, I said, holy shit. I said, I bet you that was the fucking movie. Because he shot himself in the leg. I auditioned for American Pie. I didn't get that. We were all Jewish in there. I'm not going to pay for a Jew. And the plays weren't going. It was a waste of time. Theater's a waste of fucking time. You got to be on Broadway. You got to be in Manhattan to do theater, not fucking Florida. No one's there. I don't want to think about that time period anymore. I was trying to kill myself with booze and drugs because I couldn't figure out how to get out of that moment. It took me a long time. A lot of pain, a lot of fuck ups. I don't want to think about my 20s anymore. I'm not 20. I'm going to be 50. I didn't get this far in life. I didn't get this far in life to 50 to be thinking about all the fuck ups I did when I was 20. I'm really smart. I make a lot of good choices now. I do a lot of, and I'm quicker about it because the older you get, the thinking moves from the back of the brain to the front of the brain. And at 30, it happens. You're thinking with the front of your brain, and by the time you're in your 40s, you just know what to do. You don't have to go back to past experience and then go. You just know what to do. I'm there now, and I'm doing real well. I'm smart. People will say, "How'd you become such a smart guy?" And I'll tell him for being a stupid kid. When I was in my 20s, whatever mistake you could make, I made it. I sorted it out. I looked for it, and then I feel like the victim when it happened. Why? Because I'm going to drink now. I didn't drink to celebrate. When I got those two parts in the movies, I got sober for a month at a time. Each one I got sober for a month. I didn't drink to celebrate. Oh, I got a part. I'm going to. Fuck that. I went to the gym, went home, played PlayStation, and went to sleep. I found out that morning I had a part in a movie, my first movie I was going to be in, like a role, not extra work, and a role. You figure, hey, I'm going to get a couple pictures of beer. I'm going to sell it. Fuck that. I went to the gym, went home, played Doom for a couple of hours, surround sound. It was a great night. Maybe hit the peace pipe a little bit. And I got in bed. Never drank to celebrate. What's this? What am I going to do that for? That's going to wreck my good mood. Then I'm going to do the drugs and forget all that shit. And finally, it hit me. I got tired of waking up every goddamn morning and regretting what I did the night before. Because now I'm going to drink today because I'm thinking about last night's fuck up. Then I'm going to drink tomorrow because I'm going to think about tonight's fuck up. You're going to keep on going. It ain't going to, the wheel ain't going to stop. You think, oh, when you're drinking, the wheel stops, and it does. But when everyone goes to the bathroom and I'm stuck at the bar, the table alone, now I'm thinking. And it happened real quick. Now I'm thinking. Addicts can't go backwards. We have to live forwards. We really have to live forwards. It took me forever to say, you know what? What the fuck? Why do I keep thinking about this shit? I'm not working on it. Well, I mention therapy, but I'm not working on it. I'm not trying to solve it. I'm not trying to figure this shit out. I'm not trying to figure out how to get out of it. I'm still in the fucking bathroom. I think about it every time I go in public restrooms now. I don't like public restrooms. I got two things I'm thinking about in public restrooms. I was with a friend of mine. She pulled me in the bathroom. We were doing drugs and drinking. She pulled me, and it was real quick. She pulled me in the bathroom, pulled me over into the stall, and started giving me a blowjob. I enjoyed it for a second because now I'm not there. I'm not watching her blow me. I'm watching somebody else blow somebody else, or I'm banging some chick in the handicap store or the regular store, and she's paying me money. And that's how I'm feeling. I'm not enjoying this. And I remember she was doing it for a while, and then she looked at me, she said, "Are you going to come?" I said, "Probably not." She said, "Why? What's wrong?" I said, "We need to get out of here." "You all right?" I said, "No." I said, "We need to get out of here right now." So then we got out and we went to the table, got our jackets, and she said, "Oh, sit down." I said, "No, we need to leave." I had touched the story briefly with her. And she said, "I'm sorry I did that to you. I didn't know. I just pulled you in. I figured it would be exciting." I said, "Yeah." I said, "No." I said, "I can't go back there." I hate going to public restrooms. Ever since I'm 22. I'm going to be 50. There was a bar in West Palm. I used to love it. It was gay in the front of the bar. But then you're getting the strippers and the hookers in the back of the bar. The hookers that were able to sneak in. Then we get thrown out. We're in the back of the bar. So what I used to do was sit in the middle. Because now I'm going to get this guy buying me drinks thinking he's going to get laid. I'm flirting with him. Well, meanwhile, I'm clocking this girl over here next to me or over here, talking back and forth and trying to get laid. So now he's buying all my shit. And it worked out great because now I don't have to buy drinks. This asshole's buying me drinks, thinks he's going to get laid. I'm totally acting. I'm looking at him like, ooh, yeah, you know, I'm not talking like that, but I'm giving him those looks. And then I'm turning around thinking, what the fuck is that guy talking about? And now I'm tricking at her legs. I'm like, yeah, you know, whatever's going on, yeah. Finally, I say, you know what? I'm not thinking about it. Why am I going back? I'm getting out of this fucking moment. This moment is hurting me. I'm not getting anything out of it. It's a reason to drink again. It's a reason to do drugs again. It's a reason to go over and beat myself up about the stupid shit I did. Because I deserve that. I deserve to feel like shit. Because I am shit. It didn't matter how good a person I was. It didn't matter what I did, how I helped someone. Fuck all that shit. That's why I did that. I'm a piece of shit. This makes me feel like shit. What am I going to do to make myself feel like shit? And then if by some miracle I feel good today, that's so great. Me a Long Island iced tea. Can't wait to see what happens today. Literally, I would say that to myself while they'd be making the trick. I'd be watching them, I'm watching them do it. I'm getting hard watching them. And I'm thinking to myself, what am I going to do? I wonder what the fuck I'm going to do today. No control. No control at all. I ended up places when I was drinking Long Island iced tea. I didn't go places. I ended up there. There was a girl one time, some club when I was younger. I was still going to dance clubs. I don't even dance, but I was still going. I had breakdance. I was a good breakdance when I was a kid. That was a long time ago. I don't dance. I have no rhythm. I hate it. I hate dancing. I like this song. Let's sit down and fucking listen to it then. What are we going to jump around like a bunch of idiots for? You want to listen to the song? Listen to the song. Sit down. Have another drink. You think you're happy, but you're not. Because you don't stop moving. I'm not thinking about what I'm doing. I'm not thinking about how I'm beating myself up and doing shit I don't like, doing shit that's going to make me feel like shit, doing shit that's going to hurt me. If it hurt, I did it. If it made me feel good, I never did it again. And I had a lot of therapy in my lifetime. I would become conscious of it after a certain point. But this is what I'm doing now. I'm going to keep going. This is the way I'm living. You just get lower and lower and lower. That's all you do. And you don't come up. It's not like you bounce back when you're on alcohol or drugs. You don't bounce back. You just go lower. Because that's all you feel is down. Up is too hard. I don't deserve that. That's not going to happen. I got to go down. Because I'm shit. I don't deserve it. If this looks like it's going to go somewhere, if it looks prosperous or it looks like it's something I want, I quit. Because I don't deserve it. I don't want to go backwards no more.